listen to? I don't know. I never get any clowns. I just follow you. Good enough for me.
How's it going?
All right, how's it going?
Hey guys, I'll say something real quick. Another thing I've been thinking about, there's a reason why the opposition is getting less and less. It's an awesome thing. It's a really good thing. Because when Antifa isn't here, when people actually come up and shake our hands, they get to talk to us, they get to show their appreciation, or they get to question us without worry of a bunch of Nazis trying to beat them up, if that makes sense. So we should be very thankful. I think this is an opportunity. If we can keep doing this at least once a month, whoever's organizing, I'll keep doing it too. We got to get your friends out here, get more people out here. Imagine, hundreds of people marching and praying in Portland. If there's one city that needs it, it's Portland. Okay? This is how we change people. This is how we change hearts and minds. All right? Let's go.
When you're sick, don't worry.
I swear all you read stickers.
Hey, all right.
Legs upside down. Keep going.
Stand proudly for who I am, what I stand for, the things that are at hand.
March with us. Jesus loves
And
you.
I know Jesus loves me. Jesus loves you as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse me, miss. Would you mind telling me your name for the record? Hightower Productions, Portland's black-owned media production company.
Yeah. Hey Richard, how you doing, buddy?
I've got a 3-month-old, 3-year-old, 6-year-old, and what's that? Really? Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Would you consider yourself a higher up than these people?
Technically, I'm not a pro. I joined when it was fun.
So I want to talk about something that I told this multiple times, okay? But I think it's important to hear it. I think it's very important. It really applies to where we're at in this country right now. And it goes to the whole thing, okay? That rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God, okay? It's a parable of the rich young man. The rich young man goes to Jesus. He believes Jesus is the Son of God. He believes his Lord. He says, God, how do we get into the kingdom of heaven? Jesus says, follow the 10 Commandments, okay? He's like, I did follow the 10 Commandments, which I always say is probably a lie. We probably tried, okay? And Jesus said, there's only one more thing I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you, he's rich, right? I'm going to ask you to sell all your possessions and come follow me, right? Jesus is literally offering this guy a chance to start a revolution with him, to change the world, to walk with Jesus in the flesh. Can you imagine getting that offer? All he had to do was let go of his possessions. All he had to do was let go of the habitual life that he lives every single day, right? You guys got to think about things in your life. I do too. I struggle with a lot of things. We got to think about what are the things we're not letting go, right? This rich young man put his head down and walked away in shame because he was unwilling to sell all his possessions. Possessions are worthless, ladies and gentlemen. When you die, your possessions do not go with you. This is the thing. It's not, living life isn't about just not sinning. It's not just about following the commandments. It's about actually going out there and sacrificing to do what is right in this world, to do what is right for this country. This country is burned down to the ground because we have too many people who are too big of cowards to stand up for what is right. You guys feel what I'm saying? Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God, because no one wants to step up against the tyrant. Because the tyrant will murder you, right? Yep. The tyrant will oppress you. The tyrant will slander your name like we deal with all the time, like the Chinese government does, okay? That's why we're here. We are here on this world to fight for what is right, to be warriors for Christ. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Now they're moving. Tiny Toes. Proud Boy affiliation.
This has nothing to do with Proud Boys right now.
No,
Why even bring it up?
I don't know.
All right, guys, why don't you say hi to Michael? What's her name? Oh, what's her name? Daniel. Oh, and Daniel. They just saw us, okay? Michael's 15 years old. He wants to pray for us.
Awesome. Father, I just thank you so much for every person here that has a heart that is willing to show your love, Father. I thank you for every heart here that is willing to go out and truly show your love, not with violence, with nothing, but just truly just show it off your presence that is bouncing off of them, Father. I just thank you for the boldness that they have to walk through these streets, Jesus. I just pray for just every single person that may get touched by them, Lord. It'll be truly by your presence and just you, just hovering around them wherever they walk, Jesus. I just thank you for that. Thank you for your goodness and your love that you have showing us and you're showing everyone around us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. By the way, there's no rule that says you have to put your name. Thanks for everybody.
Sidewalk all the way.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna give just a quick little short story about something that happened this morning. So I woke up and me and Haley were getting bursts around our lunch and coming out of the desk. And I mentioned how the other night I'm at work and I got some downtime, so I'm reading the book, and it's a book on biblical prophecies of what has happened and what is to come. And I mentioned how I like to read the book of Revelation. It's my favorite book in the Bible. So Revelation is my favorite book of the Bible. I love reading it, and so I've read it over and over. And as confusing as it is, I can't make sense of it all. But getting it from a different perspective of somebody else that's written this book definitely helps me out. And I was just telling you how excited I am for that second coming. As terrible as those times are going to be, as terrible as it will be for everybody on earth, it's going to be so great to have that second coming of Jesus come down and give His love and His glory to the earth. I'm so ready. I know that you guys are ready. I love my life that I'm living now. What life after this life. I'm ready to be with Jesus. I'm ready to be with God, and I hope we all are too. Amen.
He's going to be running for president.
That's right, guys. Just in running for office.
What office? Man, seriously, you gotta figure out where you're going.
Are we moving or what are we doing?
Just spell that for me. Your last name. Duncan. Yeah. And when do you plan on running for office? 2036. Fantastic. Is that because of an age requirement?
Yeah, it's about as soon as I can run, and I figure before then I'm probably going to run for
Maybe get one of those waste.
so I'm kind of looking at what I want to do in the near future. As far as right now, I'm kind of doing all these.
Robert, please don't do it.
I'm really getting into all the politics.
Showing your true Antifa side there.
When I used to live out in Oklahoma, and politics was a huge thing for me. And so when I came to do my
Come on, let's go. Come march with us.
No.
Bring your freedom of speech with
Why?
us.
You couldn't be a tiny toast? Come to Mark.
I think he's really showed up.
Talk to me about real quick. Sure.
All right, so we need about
Why can't you answer that really simple question? You don't answer questions that you don't want to answer.
No, I don't answer exactly because I'm 63. I'm older than you, and you're younger than me, trying to demand that I respond to you.
What does that matter? How is there a big difference between 60 and 63?
Well, how's there a difference between your age and his? You can legally marry him.
You're the one that was talking down to him because
that's what you think.
When you have to recite your age and your educational background, blah blah blah, that's talking down to him.
That's your perception.
It's not
that's
a
not a
perception.
fact.
That's exactly what.
Really? Who taught you that? Your parents or my parents? You have your society, but you're opposing your society onto me. I come from a different background than you do, but you can't respect that.
No, I think that rudeness is rudeness. It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. It's different in different parts of the United States.
Oh, okay. So in certain parts of the United States, it's not rude to talk down to people, and
I'm
in
not
other parts
talking down. You perceive it as talking down because you were raised to think that. I wasn't. Okay, I went to a school where I had a big zit between right here in my forehead in 8th grade, and it was a big bump, and I tried to put makeup and cover it, and the first thing in class was someone said, "Damn, you look like Cyclops. That is the biggest zit I've ever seen." Where you're from, how would that have been? And I wasn't offended.
What is that?
But someone might find that offensive. If someone came up to you and said, "That is the biggest zit I've ever seen. You look like Cyclops."
Well, it's Okay, I see what you're getting. You're trying to assume that I was raised in this like politically correct.
No.
Some sort of.
I'm just saying that's how I grew up. Where things
Well,
that I hear people say
if somebody said that to me when I was in the 8th grade, we'd probably all laugh about it.
Okay, and as an adult, would you laugh? You should laugh more as an adult. Growing up means getting
Having a fucking
offended.
zit is not the same as people who are transgender having their rights taken from them. How are
Is
you?
he a
What are you even
transgender?
talking about?
I'm androgynous, so yes, that.
So are you having your rights taken away today?
Not because.
What does today?
You just told me that a transgender is having his rights
Because
taken away.
my
I didn't
employer,
just-
What are you talking
my
about
employer
then?
is not discriminating against me. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen to other people.
Okay, but why are you asking us about it?
See,
Because I'm asking you.
Because
do you
you're
think
the
that
spectacle
because
taking place right
Patriot
now.
Prayer, from what I've read,
Brandon
does
Farley's
not
all
support
over it.
transgender
Where did you
rights.
read that?
Oh, you know, in the fake news.
Well, no,
which is
tell me
all
that.
it-
No, be
I read
specific.
about it in the newspaper.
Which newspaper?
I don't remember.
But
You
have
should.
you heard
Probably.
from yourself from Joey Gibson's mouth?
Have you heard
Are
any
you part of
Patriot?
Patriot Prayer?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you heard
Do
any
you
Patriot Prayer
support
say
gay
that?
rights? Do you support gay marriage? Do you support?
We never even talk about it. You guys talk about it and impose it on us.
Yeah.
But guess what? If someone's a Christian
I mean, I
and they
can't speak for
don't,
everybody myself.
they have that
I'm more of a
right.
libertarian.
Yes,
minded.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
go
more of a
people,
libertarian.
people
If
do
you wanna
have
do what you
religious
wanna do,
freedom
you
in this
go for it.
country. Absolutely,
And I
they
have
do.
friends and relatives who don't believe in gay rights, and I give them that
And
benefit.
you know what? That's fine, and they can take that to the ballot box. That's fine. But I don't agree that we should be doing anything in this country that takes rights away from other people.
Guess what?
So if
Do
we're-
you know
if
that
we're
any
voting-
people who are in our group have been fired from jobs because 100 people call in 30 minutes to get them fired? Take their jobs away because they read something like you did, and that's bigotry. When
I
you
disagree with that
disagree with
too.
someone,
I disagree
do
with
you
that
know
too.
Proud Boys were mislabeled by Jason Wilson, who works for The Guardian, lives here in Portland. He's the one that published a story about Proud Boys being a hate group. I called the FBI that same day. I contacted Jason Wilson. I said, Jason, you know that's a lie because you spent 300 hours around Proud Boys. You've never heard anything hateful out of one of their mouths. Jason said, what are you talking about? This was in Clark County. I said, that's not what that report says. I called the FBI. Let me finish. In Seattle, and they said, we have nothing on Proud Boys. 2 people. I told Jason, you need to retract that story. Then the Portland FBI office had to come out and say, no, Proud Boys are not a hate group. So when you read something, it doesn't make it true.
Okay, what does your group stand for? What are you protesting today?
We're not
what
protesting.
are you marching for today? What are you marching for?
We're not marching, we're walking. Marching is like this. They're Jesus and lots of things, but why do you even care? Do you ask those people why they're walking? Do you ask those people why they're
Well, if
why
you're
they're walking?
if you're out doing a public march with signs, I think why not ask what
But you have a
why not?
preconceived notion about us that you read in a newspaper. No one in our group has ever talked about trans or whatever. Never mentioned it once. But other people who came to our groups who are alt left made that up because Democrats are so unhappy about Trump losing that they'll say and do anything in order to win the White House in 2020. Because, you know, Portland rioted for 4 days when Trump won. There was $1.5 million worth of damage to the city when Trump won.
So
That's Portland.
what is your purpose in being out?
I
here
don't
today?
ever answer my purpose to anyone. That is an
Then why do it?
anti-American
Then
question.
why do
you do
it?
not ask an American on a public street, why are you here?
But you're very specifically marching for a cause. What's wrong with asking you what it is?
March with us and
That
find
doesn't
out.
make sense. That doesn't make any
You
sense.
seem to think that
Why
your
would
mind and
I
your-
join?
you think
Why would
your
I join a
upbringing
group and I don't know what they're about?
is
Why would I
walking
do
with?
that?
You're walking.
I'm not going to walk with anybody if I don't know what their purpose is
We
and
don't
what
have
you're
to
marching
have a purpose.
for.
We're just human beings on a sidewalk.
Is Jesus good enough for a purpose?
Well,
it's a simple question. Is Jesus good enough for a purpose?
What does that mean? What's
What do you mean,
your
Jesus?
purpose of marching for Jesus?
Why
What does
not?
that mean?
Don't people march for their?
So you're just
I'm going to ask.
because you're Christian and you want to.
Well, it's a Christian nation. It was supposed to be. I know it's kind of.
That's not true.
It is.
That's not true.
It was founded. Principles, Constitution. You can look at it.
Okay, the Constitution does not say that this is a Christian nation.
It kind of does.
All of the founders already said that
It
they write
doesn't. Why would they write the First
Christian
Amendment?
principles.
It gives us freedom.
Christian principles.
The First Amendment gives us freedom of religion.
It does.
And then it also
So, but we're trying
gives us the
to.
right to
Are we not trying? Is America not trying to push the Christian values away?
see now.
Are they? Are they or not?
I could say.
You're not answering my question.
I could say that the other side, that Christian Americans are trying to push their religion.
No, we've been silent for too long.
Well, actually, I think
Actually,
that
we've been silent.
When you want
The abortions got passed. Let's kill babies. That got passed because the Christians were pacifists and sat in the churches and didn't say one word. Homosexuality got passed because Christians were passive and didn't say one word.
There you go. So anti-homosexual.
How about Bible? Forget me. Forget me. I have nothing to do with it. How about Bible?
I don't.
Prayer got pushed out of the school, didn't it? Prayers got pushed out of
But
school.
why should there be
But
prayer?
but the Muslims can wear their headbands
Why
in the
should
schools,
there
right?
be Christian prayer in a public
Why
school?
should there be a Muslim wearing their stuff in the school?
Why should there be-
Why should there be a Muslim wearing their stuff in the school? Tell me that.
That's
It's the same thing. It's religion.
Wearing something, you can wear a crucifix in a public school.
We said prayer.
But
I
why
said
should
prayer in the
there
Bible.
be
Bible.
Christian
Bible.
prayers?
Why should there not
be Christian prayers?
Why should there not be?
Because a public school is for everybody.
Yeah,
It's
and our
not
land was
just
for what?
Christians.
Our land was founded on God. In God we trust. You not remember that? It's on your dollar bill that you love.
In this country,
It's on your dollar bill that you
the
love.
First Amendment guarantees
That was added to the dollar
religious
bill in the
freedom.
50s.
One nation under God,
you're
indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
You're misunderstanding why the First Amendment was even written.
Right.
The First Amendment was written because when we were first colonized, we were colonized under the English colony, and under English law, you had to go to the English church. So they passed that freedom of religion so that no state or anyone can force you or anyone else to worship in a certain way.
Correct. Exactly. That is what the First Amendment says. So then you don't force people in a public school to say Christian prayers
And
because
you don't
there
force
could
kids
be,
in a public school to listen to all the homosexuality going on by the teachers that are being pushed either.
Amen.
You don't force that on kids. You don't force that.
I'm not
But
saying.
you back it up.
I
And so does Ted Wheeler.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree
Well,
with
then
you.
you should take it to
But
Ted Wheeler.
There's no religion in public school.
Get it out.
Has no
That is a
place.
religion.
It has
What is
no
a religion?
place.
What's religion?
We
What's
should not be
religion?
saying Christian prayers in public
What's
school.
religion? What's the definition of religion?
I think that religion.
No, what's it? Not what you think. What's the definition of religion?
Well, why don't you give me the?
It's tradition, practices, tradition. What are the homosexuals doing in school?
That are based.
What are the
it's your-
homosexuals
it's
doing in
traditions
school?
That are based
What's our
on
mayor
your
doing?
religious beliefs, your
It's
beliefs
not-
in God
stop.
and a higher
It has
power.
nothing to do with God. It could be God. Religion is a practice, tradition that you keep practicing over and over and over.
Wait, can I say something?
That's religion.
Nobody is
wait, I wanna
telling
say
you that you
something.
can't practice your Christian religion.
They're practicing their religion in school.
Wait, I wanna say
Homosexuality is being pushed and told kids that he's a girl. You're a girl? Are you a girl? No, you're not.
If your kids are going to a school
He's
where
not confused
people
at
are
5 years
telling
old.
their children that they're a different gender, that's ridiculous.
That's what they're doing.
And
That's what they're
well,
doing.
if that's happening, then there's a problem.
Well, you should rise up and say something then. That's what they're doing. They're pushing their religion across America. The rainbow flags. You don't see Christian flags, do you?
It's not a religion. People are talking about their rights.
Their rights.
Okay, their right to be homosexual.
And the Christian rights are to shut up now because the homosexuals are ruling.
No, you have you have a right to disagree.
Oh, we get beat up.
But you don't have a right.
We get beat up if we support
because
Trump.
homosexuals don't get beat up. It happens every single day.
It does?
It happens every single day.
Okay. I haven't seen one homosexual
there are
around here get beat
actual
up.
people
I
who are
guarantee
out
if
there-
Antifa showed up, somebody here would be insulted.
Yep.
You mean the
They
way
beat us up all
Muslims
the
kill
time.
them?
They don't care what gender or age we are. Antifa beats us up all the time. And they ripped off my cross and punched me in the face
Well,
and called
that-
me a Christian bitch.
I think that's wrong.
But they didn't
I
get
think
arrested.
that- I
You know
think that's
why?
wrong.
Because they cover their faces. That's why there's never been an arrest
And
on my
I
assault.
think that that's
Okay,
wrong.
I want to say something real quick.
Okay,
There are school
I think
districts
that's wrong, but
where you
that's
can't
a
give
complete-
homework on Jewish high holidays. Did you know that? There are lots of school districts in the United States of America that you are not allowed to give homework on high holidays.
All right, if you have a problem with that,
I don't.
Then you should,
I don't.
Then why are you
But
talking
but
about
I
it?
accept it, and I also accept Christian prayer. I accept all of it.
You should not be.
But you like the
should not
Jewish
be
high holidays,
practicing-
but you don't like Christian prayer. Do you
I-
like Jewish high holidays?
Do you pray before every meal?
I'm
you
not
can
talking
pray
about that.
Do you think
without
schools should do
saying
that? Where no
everyone
homework for
else
anybody
in
on
A
Jewish
class
high
school
holidays?
should not
to pray.
promote any kind of religion.
But they-
and if they are, then that's a problem.
Well,
You know what's happened
It's
in
a
America
constant
since we
debate.
took God out the country? How about all the school shootings that you probably hate? That's one thing that's happened. Just one out of many.
I completely disagree that has to do with
Really?
taking
Why wasn't it
Christianity.
happening? Why wasn't it happening before?
Because we didn't have access to the kind of guns that we have
crazy.
now. Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
Let me tell you what.
The mob was around, weren't they? The mob wasn't around? Wasn't the mob? Didn't they have access to guns? What was the mob doing in the communities? They had access to guns, trust me.
They didn't have. It's our culture. It's our
Right, so
culture.
there are guns around. Guns
It's
are
our
around.
culture, but to blame it on lack of Christianity
Really?
is silly. It's absolutely silly. If you think that's what's leading to all these killings,
I
that's
said
that's
one.
just
I said one thing out of many.
Well, I
like
think
one
that's
out of
silly,
many.
but-
Godlessness. What is it then? If it's not that. If it's not godlessness.
Well, first of all, we have access to all kinds of weapons, and we live in a country where we glorify violence in this country.
We glorify violence?
We absolutely glorify violence. We're a country that believes that war is like the greatest thing that can happen. We support all of these wars and all of these actions in all of these other countries. And we are constantly bombarded with visual images of violence.
And guess what?
You can
Hollywood
watch
is not
a
run by
million-
Christians, I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
Hollywood is run by Satanists.
Yes.
I'm telling you why I think that there's an increase in killings. I'm telling you why I think
Okay,
that
so
there's
if
an
it's,
increase.
if it's Hollywood's fault, and I agree with you, that's a big part of the problem because it's brainwashing our society.
What about
We should
video
be
games?
protesting the
Yeah.
Luciferians.
What about video games?
games? Come
That's
on.
What about video games?
Well, I'm not going
Christians
to
that are running
put it in all
on
those
video
conversations.
games.
I'm not going to
Let's
put it
create a
in.
video game with Ted Wheeler in it.
Hey, this is some de-escalation.
Grand Theft
Welcome
Auto,
to
Ted
Parliament.
Wheeler version.
Come on, everybody. We all have a FEMA camp waiting for us somewhere.
Let's do the Grand Theft
Cotton
Auto
and
Ted
camp.
Wheeler version.
How about everybody not talking
Video
at one
game.
time?
Jesus was killed by the state.
I'm not talking, I'm just fucking high on fucking caffeine.
My Lord Jesus Christ.
Just fucking blathering.
I got to play silly.
Blathering. I'm not talking.
God bless you.
Actually,
So that's how you break up a very tense situation in the streets of your city. You guys just go in there with a sense of humor. Remember, hashtag so.
Give me some verses. Give me some Bible. Give me some verses to back up your statement.
We can wait for
Jesus upper
that.
middle class because we spoke many languages. And carpenters in Jesus' day
What was your argument?
Damn it. The circle, the ring is moved. They've moved. Get back in the circle.
I just said that when people ask me why I'm here, I never answer. Because I don't have to say why I am here.
Just acknowledge that kid's just trying to pay his
Sure you
bills.
don't.
That's just
Right?
right.
He's just trying to make money.
You don't have to.
I don't want to
We can,
justify.
and we can bring more people to Jesus if we feel called.
Yeah. Or is the ACL?
Somebody dropped their case. Oh. Is it Eli? Is that your case?
Yeah, it's sitting on the floor.
Is that yours?
I dropped my case. You see my priorities.
hey, those are words you wish they'd you hear, huh?
You see my priorities.
Nice pink string.
This is Robert West showing his homophobic, being homophobic. The last live stream that we ever did together, he was talking about being afraid of transsexuals raping him. Again, I stick to the facts.
Bullshit! You fucking serious? You're a lady and they did it.
By the cops.
You're so full of shit. Are you really gonna sit here and say that?
I'm standing. You walk right into me. Every second camera will see you walk. Good. So if you do, all right, just don't. All right? You're trying to fight me, Robert?
No one's trying to fight you,
Can you back up off me, bro? Like on everything I fucking love, I swing at guys.
Try to annoy me. Because
I need him to back up
bro.
off me.
You make a want to contact with me,
You're sitting there turning yourself into me.
Oh, come on.
So why do you like beating up elderly ladies? Why do you hit why do you rush into Dorothy Elmore like you did?
See, everybody, this is what Robert West does. In the beginning of the live stream.
Why is it you stalk black women? You're being charged with 3 counts of violating the anti-stalking order.
I don't
What's going up there?
respond directly
That's
to
right.
sex offenders.
That's right. You don't respond. You don't respond to nothing because you have nothing to say. You're guilty of it. You're a stalker. You're a predator.
I thought I was a stalker.
Yeah, and they ask him.
I'm the one that can make it a stalker so far. Come on.
Of mine, and
I'm the real stalker. I stalk.
Never ever to they're all pieces of shit.
You like
That's been my
government
experience.
over
I'm not
like
Jesus.
you are completely the opposite.
I'm not Jesus.
Beliefs of what I have.
I'm not Jesus. I'm Eli.
Totally. Not knowing what I stand for. So you're okay with a whole communist country, a fascist country with a whole bunch of authoritarian leadership. That's what you like?
Nice, I like that.
And here is the result of peaceful prayers. Peaceful protest. A bunch of people.
Pedophile-run city. We're Ted Wheeler and the Attorney General. Everyone hangs out with Terry B.
He's going to call my references to try to get in touch with them.
Just shut up. Stop talking.
No Christianity in school.
Excuse me.
That's all right.
I do, man. You know the history of it?
I love Steel Bull.
I didn't want to drink it. I didn't
How you doing?
And then that's, $20 stacks up really quickly when you're replacing it every single day.
Why do you have to film that?
I'm a photographer.
Where's everybody? Why are Marshall's straggling? Will Smith? Hey. All right, you guys.
Thank you so much for coming out again. I'm extremely surprised that we only have one person of opposition this time. Well, you know, a couple little ones, but just one. Same girl that was here last week with an upside down flag. She claims to be in distress, but she won't talk to us about it. We tried to have a conversation with her about it last time. She wouldn't really talk to us. We tried to get through to her. She was calling us white nationalists and racist. And when we showed her all the color that we have in our group and showed her that the Antifa side is all white dudes, she freaked out. She went to go like get mad at Antifa. But then somehow when she went over there and talked to them, they reeled her back in, and now she's anti.
Now she's fully recruited.
Yeah, she's fully recruited to their side again somehow, sadly. But I just want to say thank you for everybody coming out all the time. This is a spiritual warfare that we are in. You guys, do you believe that this is a spiritual warfare?
Yes.
I believe that the only thing that we're seeing here is just little tidbits of what it's like on the spiritual plane. This is like nothing compared to what we see on the spiritual plane. This is like a drop in a massive bucket of what we would see on the spiritual plane if we can see it, okay? There's nothing but love and goodness and grace on the spiritual plane, okay? And what we're experiencing down here is all for us to learn and grow and elevate ourselves as spirits to get to that level eventually, okay? And every single one of you standing up on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, but every single time you just stand up and raise your vibration a little bit more, raise your frequency, raise your ability to love and receive love, it'll just take you higher and higher and higher in that spiritual plane that we're all really striving for. I mean, we're just humans having a very temporary spiritual experience. And it's so temporary that once we're gone from here, it's going to be like we took a nap and woke up. Yeah. That's it. So what we do as spirits from the inside out is massive. It counts so much more than just, I'm being human. I'm living in this human realm. I need food. I need money. I need this. I need that. What you do to elevate your spirit and to grow love towards other people is what's going to count when we get to the other side. Do you guys believe that? Yeah. That's why now, before I was spiritual, before I saw Jesus and I actually physically see Jesus, before I saw that in my life, I had so much hate in my heart. I would hate on everybody. I would give people dirty looks. I was so judgmental. I thought everybody should behave a certain way. And now I know that Jesus, he has shown me people and humans through his lens. And what he would want, it's almost like if you had a brood of billions of your own children. Imagine if you just had billions of your own children.
I did.
And what you would want for each one of them. Even if they were misbehaving, you would love them. Even if they were sinning, you would love them, right? Yes. No matter what, you would love each one of them. All the billions of them, okay? And you would just want them to, no matter what happened to them, you would want them to get back up and try again. You'd want them to get back up and fight another day. You'd want them to get back up and love thy neighbor and love thy enemy regardless of what other people are doing to you. Right? Because it doesn't matter what comes at you. It matters what you put back at them. So you can transmute, okay? All of the anger, all of the hate, all the negativity that comes at us as patriots, as Christians, you can transmute that by just letting it fall away from you and projecting love back at them. Are you guys able to do that? Do you think you can do that? We don't have a lot of hate here today. This is amazing. I prayed over this event today. I prayed all morning. And we don't have a lot of hate here today. But in your daily life, on Facebook, I know that we're all getting hate for spreading the truth. On Facebook, on Instagram, anywhere we spread the truth, we're getting hate. So what I'm going to ask and pray for all of you to do is to transmute that hate, to take it, let it fall away from you, and to project love back on anybody that is projecting hate. And that is the way that we are going to spread more love in this world. Because if you fight hate with hate, it just generates more and more hate in a bigger way. And that is not going to make our Father proud, and that is not going to elevate us to his frequency, which is the frequency of love and joy. And that's the only frequency that we are trying to get at as human beings. Do you believe me? Yes.
Amen.
You see it? All right, you guys, let's do this.
Amen. Yeah.
Woo. I'm not getting off.
And then we're going to do a live stream where we go around getting homeless people money, right?
Well, my glass case, thank you, sir.
We're going to do a live stream where we get homeless people money.
How much money you got?
I don't know. We're going to go do that.
I ain't got no money.
I saw you on here.
You said I talked to her first.
Yeah.
I was like, until Sober October is over, so this is like the only opportunity.
Red right here.
How much for the
Hey, John, what's going on?
What'd you do there? Are those Danners?
Huh?
Are those Danners?
Yeah,
Why'd you fuck them up like that?
because I wanted to.
Gee. Right, okay. That's a good point. Okay, that's good.
Wait until some real happy show up at their event. Maybe
Go ask the ACLU next time around about what a coup d'etat is, America. Do you not understand? I don't come to play. Everyone's a pay to play.
civil.
Pay to play. That's what Hunter Biden did. His father got him the job.
ACL's in the house.
Gotta keep up the bet.
So my question is, where's Antifa? This thing was published for quite a while, Guess they decided not to show up.
Who decided to show up?
Antifa.
Oh, they don't decide anything. They just react and they get told what to do. They don't decide anything.
Have to go find the.
What do you think? First march without any opposition. It's been a while. Oh, really? Yeah, because we've been going I think these small ones are more important. I believe so too. I know the Multnomah County court system is just waiting for the court. Well, that's why. That's why you can try
Pretty much. Where'd that one guy go with the big huge sign?
I like the little
Yeah, I'd
one
like
they
to
got.
see 'em.
The little one's good. It works.
Right?
I don't know. It's the first time I usually wear. When I fly out in front of my house.
Yeah, stay away from me, Eli. You're a nutcase. I know exactly what you did, Eli, in that park. You jacked off in front of kids.
Подпоясанный. Понятно, вот ты смотришь, слышишь, здесь вот лом с тебя сбоку, и ты так привязан.
Thank you.
Adam Schiff, the one that's head of intel for the Congress. He's the one that did the fake. It is again fake hoax of Ukraine. Biden put his son in charge of the gas company in Ukraine. It's a pay-to-play operation. Pay-to-play. Does it help the
You don't know who he was? He was Native American. This government, all right, for all the militants, it has never once defended Native American people. That's the deal.
I'm Native American too, and I really don't care.
It's a peaceful Christian march. Basically sitting there saying that Christians have the same rights as everyone else. And what it is a lot of times when Christians march or go around down here, they get jumped by like Antifa and stuff like that. So it's a solidarity march. So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm going to open up another event page probably about 4 weeks from now. Tell your friends, tell your family, get more people out here. You know, now that Antifa's getting out of the way, we can like enjoy ourselves and be positive and have, you know, bring a positive experience down here. Okay? Yes. Guys, thank you so much for coming down here. Really appreciate it.
You're gonna have a voodoo donut party?
We'll go to Voodoo Donut.
We're gonna have a donut party.
Are we done? Like all the batteries?
Okay, and so how do you know?
Right by the courthouse. It's such a lovely day. People got better. You by yourself?
No, I was with my buddy Phil. But he doesn't like, he gets uncomfortable.
It's like Honduras.
Right, yeah. Any of the other Mexican countries. Did you hear that?
No, they're understanding. Their government's might as well be like ours. Like, you know,
it was like a little bit on limits, but it's something about all the other Mexican countries. Literally said the other Mexican countries.
Wait, no, and so you're showing me a document.
you know, South Mexico.
Yeah,
right underneath Mexico.
Hello, New Mexico.
So if you want to show me the document. Oh, okay. So how do you doing? Wait, so yeah, but what I'm saying.
Skylar? I mean, ideally.